Summer is here, the perfect time to spend a warm night sitting out in the open air, eating popcorn and catching a flick at the drive-in. Back when we produced this segment on lost drive-in movie theaters in the summer of 2014, most of us thought they were a dying breed. But in the year 2020, when everything has gone topsy-turvy, there's a silver lining. Drive-ins have witnessed a massive resurgence in popularity due to COVID-19. Tickets are selling out. A Cape Cod drive-in that's been closed for 35 years is planning to reopen, and some businesses, like the Kowloon restaurant on Route 1, are even setting up makeshift drive-ins in their parking lots. If you're up for a fun, socially distanced night out, the local drive-ins in Leicester and Mendon, Mass. And Milford, New Hampshire are open for business. But first, enjoy this classic Haverhill Journal segment on the Merrimack Valley's lost drive-in theaters.
It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. And now, on with the show.
Remember those long, lazy summer evenings spent at your local drive-in? Most of the drive-ins have been shut for decades, but at one time in the early 1960s, there were 4 drive-ins within 15 miles of Haverhill, including this one here on Route 125 in Plastow. The first drive-in, or auto theater as they were known at the time, opened in 1933 in New Jersey. America's 14th drive-in and the first in the Merrimack Valley was the Lowe's Merrimack Park Auto Theater on Route 110 in Methuen. Our enthusiasm to bring you the best shots knows no bounds here at the Haverhill Journal. We just traipsed through 200 feet of overgrowth to bring you this dilapidated old fence here, which was once part of one of the oldest drive-in theaters in the country.
I can remember coming down to Methuen driving. My aunt used to pick us up 15, 20 kids in a station wagon, put us in our pajamas, and have the back of the station wagon down and sitting there just watching the movies.
We used to come here when I was in high school, and it was the Merrimack Park Drive-In. There was swamps around here along the river, and there was always 1,000 mosquitoes, so we'd always say, "I'll meet you at the Mosquito's Nest Drive-In," and then we all knew that it was the Merrimack Park Drive-In.
Haverhill's first and only auto theater, the Riverview Drive-In on Bank Street, opened on May 21st, 1948, featuring a double-header of Dark Mirror with Olivia de Havilland and the Michigan Kid. How many of you remember hiding in your best friend's trunk to get into the old Riverview Drive-In theater? The entrance was right behind me here on the old Route 110, what's now known as Bank Street, and it's hard to imagine that what was once a home of family entertainment and teenage hijinks is now a car dealership.
I started working at the Riverview Drive-In when I was 16 years old. It was a summer job. Everybody got a clean white apron at the beginning of the night. And my first day I worked there, I was covered in orange soda. I had Coke syrup all over my legs. It was just a great place. It was a lot of fun for people. It didn't cost a lot of money. You could bring your family.
According to Ripley's Believe It or Not, this area was once part of the world's longest curved road span. But when 495 came through in the early 60s, this road became impassable, probably shortening the life of the Riverview Drive-In.
For your enjoyment, there's hot, fresh popcorn, tempting, delicious hot dogs, and so many kinds of ice cream. And of course, sparkling, delicious, ice-cold Coca-Cola for everybody at the refreshment counter now.
Salisbury's Highway Drive-In was a popular stop for folks making their way home from the beach on Route 110. I'm standing here on the site of the former Highway Drive-In on Route 110 here in Salisbury. As you can see, the theater is long gone. They're actually building a cinema pub here where we're standing, and there's still a movie theater presence behind me at the Vision Max Cinemas, which is owned by the son of the owner of both the Highway Drive-In here and the Riverview Drive-In down in Haverhill.
It was great memories, wonderful people. You got to see everybody you ever knew in high school, in college, and anybody you ever knew from Haverhill.
There was a lot of families, and not just families going to the drive-ins. You know, you made it an event, and you don't see that today. People rush in, grab stuff, sit down, watch it for an hour, take off, go their separate ways.
Between the mosquitoes and bad sound and the glare of the headlights, admittedly, it may not be the highest quality way to see a movie, but the drive-in experience is one that thousands of Merrimack Valley residents will never forget. If you've never been, there are drive-ins still open in Wellfleet, Mendon, and Milford, New Hampshire. So take your family and have an unforgettable summer evening.